The lesson.
Oh yeah.
I guess, you know, obviously, you know, you say Bambaataa was like the face of Zulu Nation. But when you're talking about, obviously there was lots of artists, Rock Raider, Lord Finesse. Who were some of the you know, prominent artists from the States that were Zulu Nation?
A lot of them. When I used to go to the Zulu anniversaries in New York, a good 80% of the artists out of New York City were all going to the Zulu events all the time. I mean, every November I'd be in New York and you'd see Tonight, Ultra Mags, you know, a lot of old school cats would go to Zulu Nation, right? Because it was kind of like a lot of the old school cats, it's like their retirement home, you know, Zulu Nation, because they're the ones at Zulu Nation were the ones opening the door for them. Yes, welcome, come, join, be a part, you know, you're pioneers as well, you know, we respect you. They get their props, you know, it's like, you know, we go to New York and we're hooking up with good friends with Grandmaster Kaz, JDL and all these brothers, like mates, like, you know, they're getting love from us, they don't even get in New York. They're like, man, we get more love from European cats and Australian cats than we get from our own people in the neighbourhood. You know, that's how it is. I mean, I roll into New York and Peril needs some mix CDs done. So we call JDL. He's like, yeah, Excel, no worries, man. Come up to Soundview to Kaz's apartment. We'll burn him at his house. We go up there, catch a train, walk through the ghetto area, you know, go there, getting these little bullet holes in the doors and shit. We go to the projects there, Soundview, go up to his room and he's burning CDs. No, and then I remember that. And then Kaz goes to Peril, oh, you got the CD, the blanks? He goes, no, I've got none. He goes, what? So then Kaz drove us to Kmart in the Bronx, me and Peril and that. He's bumping Jimmy Castor Bunch loud as hell on this crappy stereo. And go to the Kmart, get the disc, and on the way back, stop at the crossing. And the guy in the school bus next to us, he's Kaz pumping Jimmy Castor, and he gets out the school bus, starts breaking in the middle of the street on the corner there. That's crazy. You know, Bronx stuff, man. But these people, all the artists, you'd get a lot, like even Ice Cube performed in Harlem at the Black National Theatre, which is a small venue. He came here to perform one year, you know, a few years back, 2012, 13 or whatever. And great show, but they always had a good lineup of artists to perform there, you know. And all these people would respect the Zulu Nation, were down with it. Ice Cube Zulu Nation, you know. AG performed there all the time at the Zulu shows, you know. All the DOTC, Lord Finesse always performed there. Brand Nubian, all the cats, all the New York cats that we all like.
Yeah, I heard like Q-Tip.
Yeah, they're all Zulu, you know. They're all Zulus, man. So it's just Zulu embraced everybody, you know. They embraced the culture. Like, you knew that you weren't getting love here. You're going to get love from Zulu Nation in New York because it was family, you know. It was really good like that. So a lot of artists. Like, I remember I was in there, and even people like Fat Joe roll up, you know. I remember we had the anniversary there, and KRS performed in Zulu, and Trouble Funk came up from Washington, performed for free for BAM, and KRS and Trouble Funk all performing together. Like, so, you know, the Trouble Funk was playing and KRS was on the mic, and it was great, you know. Shows like that you don't see, you know.
No, you won't see any of that ever again.
Of course. So for us, it's not like an old-timers retirement village hip-hop event, but it's just like one of those things where, you know, you're going to get love. Zulu did that. Zulu was good like that, you know, with a lot of members. So a lot of artists with Zulu, a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I remember just thinking like of Zulu was, I predominantly thought of it as a New York thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I sort of.
Yeah, when it become universal, that's when it become global. It was like, you know, almighty Zulu Nation back in the 80s and that. That's you know.
But I always thought like Zulu was like, that was the staple, like the respected.
Yeah,
you know, sort
and
of
that's it. That's for us is like, you know, these are all our peers, part of this. You know, of course I want to be down with that. You have an opportunity to be part of this family. Of course I want to be a part of that, because that's love, that's respect. That's everything I grew up listening to. I mean, for all my work that I did helping the community here, I went to New York. I went to the Bronx Museum up there, and they had a Zulu presentation. And they called my name out, and that's when I received my kingship, and for all the work I did here over the years. And you know, I told them I didn't want to, it doesn't matter if I wake up tomorrow and I wasn't a king, I'm still doing what I do, you know. It's not about the title, it's just about the work I've given and put in. And I said that on their television thing they had there, the Bronx News or whatever. But you know, it had a few heads, eyebrows raised like, what? You know, because I'm not here to get something out of it, you know. I love this culture and I'm passionate about it, you know. But Zulu Nation was always a good thing for me. So I don't, I can't condemn it, you know what I mean, for the actions of one person. It's unfortunate that it is guilty by association, but the organisation itself, let's say from the hierarchy down, was really good, globally. You know, UK, Europe, Australia, you know, good people. They're all good people. People are good people like that. Right. We had some great people in Zulu here, you know, low tech.
Shout outs to Low.
Well, you know, and Dane, Bailey, Dane and Dizzy, Disciple, and low tech, you know, they started a brand, Zulu Wear. You know.
Yeah, where they jacked the starter logo.
Yeah. Hey, that idea, that went viral, and that dudes overseas were rocking that shit, you know?
Well, I think they got a cease and desist from Starter, which is funny because around that time I got given a sponsorship from Starter.
Oh, great.
So I'd rock into the station.
You know what? they could have connected with Starter and worked the deal out. Would have been great. But you know, I mean, and then you got KC Wonder in Perth. You know, great people were involved in our chapter that helped, you know, put money towards events and raise money for, you know, charity, whatever. But, and we still try to do things, even without Zulu anymore, we still do things actively in the community. Because we just go back to that old mentality, like I used to say to cats. Just because you're not Zulu doesn't mean you're not a Zulu. Because what your actions are is Zulu. You know, I mean, you're there for the community, you're there helping others and being selfless, you know. That's a great thing. Helping build a community, you know.
The lesson. Oh, yeah.